Have a good one. I was like, how am I going to start this video? You win some, you lose some, you know. Oh, man. It's like... It's like you're dealing with people that say they are fighting something, but all they do is talk, you know. And then, you know, you're so far in that you're doing brands, and then their talk is against you, you know. I mean, and their talk is all just against you. The ambulance is actually over there. It is across the street, kinda, you know. You can see it on the side there. That's it on the side. That's the A. Yeah, it's just, you know, Obama is saying like, okay, Christian Bale, that all the Christians bailed, you know, all the Christians are gone. They don't believe anymore. They're into tarot cards. I snuck a video in my playlist of the tarot cards, and then I took it off because I didn't know that that's what it was. I thought it was a music video. So I took it out of there. Yeah, it's just... No, I'm speaking really harshly. That's not really how it is. I mean, you know, when you're the A, you feel like, okay, well, these people are all talking about me when I'm looking the other way, or change the station, you know. And you even have black men in the industry that say like, oh, because they talk about you, you know, it's all... Like it's a microscope. So then you become that microscope. You're like, okay, I'm doing the policy. I'm in the pleasant land of the gays, the gay corporate, and I magnify myself. I put myself under a magnifying glass in my heart, even, you know, because I want to Descartes. I want to know what the women know, right? Because they have intuition about things. You know what their wages of sin is. You know, I've sat next to someone at the casino I used to go to who was on the phone with a woman, and she's like, oh, well, tell me how you are against the A. And then she's like, bigger muscles, and then he was able to kill me, you know, because he went along with what she was saying just on the phone. And then she's like, you're at square one. You're at step one, and this is your knee, and you just knelt to me. And there's people in Hollywood that are, you know, Brad Pitt, and they knelt way 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 stronger, way smarter, at a different level. So he's like, do you want to go and dance? And then she's like, no, because I want a black man. And he's like, right, yes, I forgot, that's right. And then he killed me, and he got nothing out of it because he was a foot soldier. This is what I see. These are things that I go through in my relationships. I'll never see that man again, and he's going to hell. You know, imagine knowing that and dealing with that your whole life. And if I were to talk to him and say, man, what just happened? Like, you need to accept Christ. Like, he'd be like, I'm a Christian. And what just happened is I talked to a beautiful woman. And my life is that, you know, prosperity gospel is what he would tell me, you know, and he would tell me that prosperity gospel stuff. I hate idols. Absolutely hate idols. Yeah. I gave up everything that I had. I gave up my action figures. They're at the Pyrenees. I gave up, or in the sewers here. You know, Nicki Minaj had a maelstrom that was a hurricane that was going on during that in the Indonesia islands, and gave up my West Point computer, which was perfectly intact. You know, you can't recognize that I was a swimmer. I just absolutely hate idols, you know. Gave up my Hong Kong statue of the lion. I don't have a bunch of books, but I'm knowledgeable on a few areas. Yeah, because those things can be taken away unless you're in a place of what Doja Cat calls and Drake calls like a pharaoh type of sarcophagus. You know, the Bronson Booth, the Mr. Tagpan's, the way he does his little ship in a bottle type room perspective of his apartment complex, you know. I mean, yeah, and then these people like join together and they think like, okay, we'll just say all these words. People in the comments saying word salad. You know, word salad. Fuck these fools. You know, it's all that all the time. Like, people just saying these words that don't have any meaning. They're not saying anything. It's all this bullshit. Like, they're not even saying their point. They're just saying words. It just doesn't even make any sense. I'm not talking about coherence. If you're coherent, I'm saying your words don't pack a punch. They don't mean anything. It's just a bunch of bullshit. Like, okay, we're gonna, you know, have AOC be the president. I listen to her, I have to turn it off. I'm like, she's saying suggest. Like, she's saying all these words like real sexual. Like the word suggest. I'm like, why are you putting emphasis on the word suggest and you're actually not even making your point? Like, you don't even have knowledge of what you're saying. Like, you don't have any details. You don't even know what you're talking about. Like, and then you get the Gnostics who are like real, like they'll talk about Plato and like all these historical figures, And that's what I did I put all that on paper, and if you want to tell me what my worldview is, you look back at the video of when I did the breakdown of the gods. And there's Jah and Yah and Yahweh, Yeshua. There's all of them. And Jehovah, Elohim, like just God himself, the mighty God, there's a Lord of hosts who's Jesus. I mean, I've put all this on paper, like I have word to back it up. Like some of these Gnostics, like they'll say these figures and then people don't know who that is. Like they'll be like, Proclus, like Proclus, pro at clues. It's like he'll say it and mean pro clues, like you're an expert at finding clues, and then he'll say it like what Proclus was talking about. Proclus, he'll be like what Proclus was talking about way back, and then he'll say it like where it doesn't have any meaning. It doesn't, like it just threw that in there and nobody knows what it means. It's like, man, like you're doing 3 different ways of explaining something. And and then he summarizes his point of the evolutionary type of repetitive images, a zebra, a horse. And it's like, that was good, a Komodo dragon, an alligator. It's like, okay, yeah, I get that. Like, it, I mean, why are you throwing away your Christianity if you're not even giving it a chance? And then you don't want to say, oh, it's because the Bible changed. The word is different now. Just say that. Don't say, I threw it away because, I never had a miracle in my life. It's like, man, like, and then you want to talk about the Ayub pyramid, and it's like, you got a miracle every day. Like, it's, man, like, I come from a very dark place, man. Like, it's hard for me to find a miracle. You guys have miracles every day. Like, it's just, and then the way that they talk to the black people, it's like, yeah, they talk to them like they're honorable. Obama talks to them like they're honorable. He talks to them like they're on the inside. They're on the inside and you're not. They're the cats, you're not. It's, they're connected to the, finding your seal and when you're ready for it and when you're not, and you're not. You get on your knees to them and they unzip their pants, and that's what you do. I mean, well, let's not talk about that. I mean, imagine if you fought them. I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying, you want to act like a man. This is my Robert Duvall video, man. I mean, act like a man. Tom Hagen was a man. Like, Michael told him he's out. And he had to deal with that the rest of his life. Like, yeah, he knew that Marlon Brando was saying, be a man. He knew. He knew. He ran around with James Dean, all those guys in Hollywood. He knew all that stuff. I mean, you don't even acknowledge the goodness that is happening. You're just like, oh, well, it's dark now. It's dark. Man, I told you that I'm the one that made it dark with the locusts. And I said the music changed. The Will Ferrell Saturday Night Live. The Will Ferrell Saturday Night Live with Christopher Walken. I said in some of my texts, I made that happen. I was like, yeah, we're gonna have the dark times now. This is just in one of my texts, just one. And then you bring a balance. You're like, okay, in my next text, let's balance that out. So it doesn't get to where people are doing tarot cards and demon shit, devil shit all day. I mean, if you can't take the heat, get out of my kitchen. Get out of my kitchen, Phil. You motherfucker. Get out of my kitchen, Phil. Get out of my kitchen, Phil. Get out of my kitchen, Minister Paul. Get out of my kitchen.